Okay, so we found a server that has a little bit less latency on it, and we're going to go ahead and we remade the character that we made yesterday. So we're going to go ahead and do this again. I hate starting over so early, but it's better to do that sooner rather than later. So I went ahead and made my new character, deposited the money in the bank, and come on, I want the quest. Give me the quest. Things don't seem to be working quite beautifully here. Go ahead and accept that quest. We'll come over here. It does seem to still be somewhat latent though. Okay, this is the quest we really want. Because that's going to be the majority of everything we need. Come on. There we go. So, we went ahead and put the money in the bank. Since we found out yesterday that we have to do that first and foremost. And we already know that we have enough to oh, we have enough skill to do poison scrolls with relatively no issues. So we're gonna get up here to this guy. We're gonna go ahead and get into his what sounds like a tractor beam, and we're gonna go third circle, and we're gonna do poison, and then we're going to do make all. Now, as we did this yesterday, we yeah, see, we didn't do it this way, and we probably could have made a lot more money had we done it this way from the start, because as you can see, inscriptions going up by 0.9 with the successes. So, so that's good. And we're gonna go ahead and find Magery. We're gonna put Necro down, Ninjutsu down, Spell Weaving down, Spirit Speak down, Mysticism down, and Imbuing down. Meditation. We're gonna go ahead and create a hotkey for that. Resisting spells, we're going to leave that alone. Major, we're going to leave that alone. Devout Int, we're going to leave it alone. We're going to put Chivalry down and Bushido down. Now, Inscription, we're not really going to need a hotkey for it. Arms Lore, we don't need it. We don't need, well, we might need Alchemy at some point on this character for a short. Blacksmithing, we don't need on this guy. Cartography, we don't need. Cooking, we don't need. Fletching, we don't need. Lumberjacking, we don't need. Mining, we don't. Tailoring, we don't. Tinkering, we don't. How's my mana doing? Okay, we're doing good with mana, so we're just gonna turn that on again. Begging, no, we don't need that. We don't need forensics. We don't need item ID. We don't need taste ID. Combat. We're gonna leave our anatomy up. We're gonna take fencing down. Focus, we can leave up. Healing, we'll take it down. Mace fighting, we don't need that either. Parrying, we're going to leave that up for now. Swordsmanship, no. Tactics, yeah, we're going to leave that there for now. Wrestling, we're going to leave it there. And throwing we're going to take down. Trade we already did. Magic we already did. Wild. We don't need animal lore. Oh, I don't have enough scrolls to continue. Okay. Alright. Well, we'll just cancel that for now, and we'll come over here, you know. Where's the vendor? The vendor's not in the same place he was yesterday on the other server, so. So we made a few key errors yesterday. The main one being we wasted a lot of time getting our inscription skill up to 50. Time that we didn't have to waste getting it up there, because this guy is nice enough to give us this little buff here that increases our gain. Now we're gonna start. We started off with a 33% chance of making poison. We're still at a 33% chance of making poison. It's one of those skills that really your percentage increase chance doesn't really increase until your skill goes up quite a bit. But once it gets to that point where it starts going up, the percent chance increase, that is, once it gets to that point, then we can, oh, I'm not close enough to you to buy from you. Then it'll start going up by 0.2 for every 0.1 we gain. So that's 3. Ooh. That's 4. We can do one more with what we have in the bank. And there's 5. I don't know if I'm probably pretty close to my max weight on this guy. Oh, we're at 44% chance now. See? So we went up by at least 5 full points on that, or 5.5. Which increased our chance of success quite drastically. So this 0.3 gain down here in the corner increased our chance of making it by 0.6. So every little bit helps. Okay, now we're out of mana, so we're going to try to meditate. See, it used to be, I thought that meditation was independent from inscription to meditate, but inscription was not independent of meditate. Meditation was independent of inscription, but inscription was not independent. I think that's how it was. Where it was kind of screwy because you could meditate immediately after a fail, but you couldn't inscribe immediately after meditating. So, you know, double mana regeneration rate. So, I mean, we're at what? I don't know. Just all we know is we're meditating, and that's all that matters. So we're making this character, in case you know, because I don't think anyone watched yesterday. So if anyone comes on today, we're making this character basically as a money grabbing character, a character that can go, hey, You know, it sucks to start a new game and to have no way of getting any coin. So this is what we're doing to get coin. Is we're gonna sit here with this guy. Oh, I ruined my tool, so I need a new tool. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to stop meditating. I should have just let it meditate up anyway. Oh, this guy, of course, isn't able to. Oh, that guy neither. Okay, well, we'll find one. I don't remember which one they are, but we'll find them. And we need two of those, I think. Two should be plenty. Oh. Okay, okay. Whew. Okay, am I close enough to still get the benefit of this? So this character is strictly to make money. Now, how do you make money? With inscription, it's fairly easy. A scroll costs 5 gold. Poison costs 3 gold. And that's 8 gold. And I think we sell it for 19 gold. So on a success, you're doubling your money. And on a fail, you're not. You're losing money. So at a 50% success rate, should be about the break-even point for this. Which, you can see it's fairly easy to get to that 50% success rate because we are already there. And really, you don't even need a 50% success rate. Well, actually, you do. Just slightly under. I really don't like how this just doesn't seem to work the way it used to. I do love the make max here. Let's see, at 50 to 55.2% success rate, I should be making money. And the higher that success rate goes, the more money I will make because I will fail less. Therefore, if I fail less, I'm wasting less resources, and that is good. And of course, meditation is just so low that you can't meditate. You can't do anything. I could sell what I've made already. I mean, I've made 39. I could sell those. We'll try to meditate again. No, I don't think. No. My skill's still too low to even remotely start to rely on it. There we go. So we got 15 more scrolls. Of course, yesterday we had our intelligence up to 100, and it's so sad, so sad. Let's go ahead and lock our dexterity because I don't think I really need dexterity to go up on this character at this point in time. I think I need more of intelligence and more. I'm going to need strength in the long run anyway. This character initially is the moneymaker, the one that's going to get all the money to buy the better armor for my warrior. Because when you start out, you see me, it sucks. The starting gear, you can barely kill anything. Of course, you swing at stuff, and you don't hit anything, and then you apply bandage after bandage after bandage after bandage after bandage, and you never heal anything until you get at least 50 or 60 skill in those, and it's just, it kind of sucks. And the bandages cost money, and then before you know it, your character is completely out of gold. You can't buy more materials because you have no money. And it just blows because now you're running around killing mong bats for what, 12 gold each. It's just to try to get enough to buy bandages to see. I lost a little bit of money. Overall, I did lose a little bit, but it's okay. I am past the break-even point, which the break-even point is around 50%, and we're past that, so we should come on. There you go. We should. Actually, we have a little bit left. So 168. Yeah, it's still just a little bit of a loss. It's okay though. It's alright. I mean, we've lost like, what, 32 gold? Whatever. I'm not even doing the math. 33 gold, I guess, because there was 7.99 in my bag. So that's not horrible. It's not horrible at all. So we're going to look at these guys and we're going to go, oh no, you don't have anything you can sell me. Oh, yay. Now we're waiting on restock. Do you have anything? No. Come on. Sell me some stuff, dude. And that's one of the bad things about this. There we go. We have a guy here that can sell me twice as much as what I had previously. And let's see if these guys are restocked too. No. Okay, we have enough in our pen to go, so we'll just go upstairs to get that buff. Because just because we're restarting again, or yet again, doesn't mean that we need to do it the hard way. I know yesterday, when I found out about this buff up here, I was kind of upset because I was like, oh, well, that would have been nice to have known that that was there. So our inscription skill, and actually we could have just bought some inscription skill, which would actually have saved us way more money than anything. Which we probably should. I mean, but it doesn't matter. I mean, really, in the long run, you're paying 1 gold for 1 gain. So if you're paying 8 gold and you're getting 0.9 increase with this buff, you're actually a little bit cheaper to just do this. I mean, it's a gold cheaper. Or because that's if you make it. I don't know if that's if you fail or if you made it or whatever. It doesn't matter. And then you can sell that for 19 if you did it. So I guess in the long run or in the scheme of things, it's really kind of irrelevant. Although right now would be a good time to buy that little bit of a boost because our gains are slowing down. Therefore, I'm actually not making as much gains for success or fails. And we're waiting for the screen to pop, and I don't know, I must be lagging. Where's the lag meter? Yeah, the lag meter saying, hey, okay, come on. Alright, what's going on, guys? It looks like I've completely lost connection here. So, come on. Somebody move, somebody move. See, I see smoke over there. So, I mean, it's not like it's pretty much froze up. Come on. Oh, this just kind of sucks. Still froze. And I'm kind of, getting upset at this. Oh, I guess I could just watch my mana and see where my mana goes. Because if my mana gets full, then obviously I'm not froze anymore. Come on. Come on. Oh my goodness. I'm about ready to reboot. I don't know. I just don't know. There used to be a thing you could type, which was a disconnect code. It would automatically disconnect you from the server. But that was a bug. And we are completely froze. Hey, there we go. All right. Poison, and we got a 64% success rate, 64.6. Come on. Come on. Let's do this. Let's do it. So, we were finally able to move again. And inscription's still going up by 0.5. That's half a skill. Half a skill point. So that increases it by a whole percent. To me, you can't beat that. I mean, this is great. Even the 0.3s, the 2.3s right there, you can't beat this. Back in my day, whenever I was playing this game initially, I mean, back in like 2000 or 2001 or whatever it was, oh, inscription took forever, but you made bank. I mean, you sit there and just start scribing recall scrolls and just sit there at the bank and sell them. Sell them, sell them, sell them all day long. You'd end up with 300,000 gold within a couple hours. It was great. It was wonderful. Sell them for 50 gold a piece. I mean, they cost what? I don't know. 5, 10, 16. They cost 16 gold to make. Sell them for 50 gold a piece, and boom. And once in a while, you'd have people tip you. I mean, they're like, you know what? I'll take 1,000. You're like, dude, seriously? Okay, here's 1,000. I was just there at my bank and just make them and just pop them into my bank as they were made. Run to the, and then advertise them. And if I got down to the last 50 in my bag, I'd stop advertising, scroll out the rest of that last 50, and run and get more supplies and work my way back to the bank with all my new supplies. Am I seriously? No? Okay. And then just sit there and be like, okay, open shop again. As I'm rolling the next 200. Someone come over like, yeah, I want 1,000. You're like, okay, 50,000 gold, buddy. And they're like, what? You got 1,000? I'm like, yep, I got 1,000 of them. You want them? I got them. I think I had probably 3 stacks in my bank, and I think you could only stack up to 60,000. I mean, but to me, it was just great. It was wonderful. And I was reading on somewhere that like, oh, inscription is such a lucrative trade, and I'm like, huh, yeah, it is. Like, wow, I did not know. Like, all that time I wasted on other characters trying to figure out how to make money or make bank to buy a house, and all I had to do was sit there and do scribby. And then I found other ways to make money, which that helped too. But because I didn't, I mean, once I got up enough to where I could buy pretty much anything I wanted, then I was like, okay, well, it's time to go play. Then I started making full scroll books or full spell books for people, and recall books, rune books for people, and I'd make a lot of you know specialty books. And go to someone's house that has a treasure map library and just recall to each place, make your rune for that treasure map, build yourself your own treasure book or treasure map library, and move forward from there. It was kind of fun because I never sold one of those because I mean those are like 10 books or something. I don't remember how many books they were, but there was a lot. But whenever you doing treasure maps or treasure hunts, it was nice to just be able to go straight to the dig spot. And of course, you'd know if someone else was there because you wouldn't be able to recall because there'd be a treasure chest there. So it made it nice because you didn't like teleport into something that was not a safe place to go. Because the last thing you wanted to do if you're doing level 3 T maps or level 4 T maps, the last thing you wanted to do was go into someone that had a level 5. Or maybe level 4 was the highest at that point. I don't know. I think I stuck to ones, twos, and threes. Because I don't think I actually cared to do the extra work for the fours. It seemed like a lot of extra work for what seemed to me to be very little gain. I mean, okay, yeah, I get, what, 5 more items in the treasure chest. Maybe 150 more reagents in the treasure chest. But my risk of dying increases. My risk of losing what items I do have increases. And for what? Because most of the items are trash anyway. It's not like you were guaranteed to get 2 good pieces of gear out of a level 4, or even 1 good piece of gear out of a level 4. Most of what you'd get was trash anyway. I mean, you'd get a lot of trash, which you could run around town and sell it all to people, or sell it all to the vendors, or just cut it up and make it into resources, which I did that a lot. Just recycle it all, and because it was worth more to me as as a couple ingots or a couple pieces of leather or a couple pieces of cloth than it was anything else, because it was trash. So we're at a 73% success right now. Phenomenal, 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 phenomenal. And we don't seem to be gaining as well as we were. Oh, we wore out our tools, so we gotta go buy some more. I can't say I understand why you have to have the money in the bank. I mean, I guess we're using ATMs now in Ultima Online. Or not ATMs, but debit cards. I don't know why you can't just keep the money on you like you used to, but whatever. I mean, I'm not the game developer, so and some things needed seriously updated in this game, and I guess they've decided that having the gold in the bank was made more sense than having the gold on your person. Of course, I did like that. If the purchase was enough, it would pull from your bank as opposed to your coin purse because you didn't have enough coin in your coin purse. But I can't say that I totally agree with the money having to be in the bank. So out of 40, I made 29. So that's a good little chunk. So we're gonna go ahead and sell those. Come on, come on. I really hate having to wait for these menus. I guess I could type it. I didn't think of that. Oh, wait a minute. This guy's only giving me 17. Whoa, I don't like that. I want 19. So I guess they are discounting the price based on how many you've already sold to them, which I wasn't paying attention to yesterday. And everybody's out, so we're waiting on restocks again. Come on, come on. Yeah, we're waiting on restock, so it's a good time to run to the bank, drop this gold in the bank, and oh, we have plenty in there. This is a long drawn out way to make some coin because really, even with the level 3s, you're not really making a good chunk of coin, and when you get to level 4s, you're not going to be making a good chunk of coin because you can't just stand at the bank anymore and sell it. There's just not enough people hanging around the bank like in the old days. Oh, well, let's check our balance here to see what we're at. So, ooh, we're at a whole 1,300. Ooh, that's a good thing we ran that to the bank because we was pretty much out of money anyway. And I probably gonna lag back to that spot. Yep. Come on. Okay, let's check you guys again. See if you guys are able to sell to me. Buy. No, you don't have anything. Buy. No, you don't have anything. Oh, this just sucks. Buy. Do you have stuff for me? No, you don't. Do you? Come on. Come on. Buy. No, you don't. I got one more vendor to check, and then if he doesn't have anything, I'm going to go get a cup of coffee. Come on, bye. He doesn't have anything either, so I'm going to go ahead and walk back down the stairs. Ready to buy as soon as I come back. So I'll be right back here in a couple minutes. I'm just going to get a cup of coffee and we'll continue on. So my roommate should be getting home from work. Actually, he should already be home. I forgot. He got off at 4. So whenever he gets up, maybe noonish, um, I'll probably have to stop. Of course, I'll probably have to stop before then because I'll probably get a phone call or something, and this is the last day of my vacation. Tomorrow I gotta return to work, and I'm not happy about that. I really didn't do everything I wanted to do. Hi, we got a new viewer. I hope I'm not too boring for you. We're just working up the inscription skill. Um, mainly as a nope, he left. Okay, mainly as a test to see, make sure that we're coming across okay and everything else, and we're making some gold at it. So, but that's right. You're no longer there watching, so you don't care. I know this is probably pretty boring, and people probably don't want to watch this, but it doesn't matter. It's what I want to do, and I'm sure somebody out there who wants to play Ultima Online could find this useful because it is really a great way to start building a character and getting your gold up. Now I was going to say that this character will eventually, if I play, this character would eventually be my Nox mage. Um, most people probably don't know what a Nox mage is anymore, but a Nox mage is a mage, obviously, that can cast deadly poison. Now, to cast deadly poison, you need poisoning skill, and you need your poisoning skill GM'd. You need your magery GM'd. Uh, that's basically all you need. But the inscription skill, I think it used to help with your reflexes, or somewhat helped you with your um, armor, your reactive armor spell, which you're going to use a lot. And then, of course, you're going to use your little poison spell to poison people. So for basically 3 gold, you're pretty much going to kill someone outright. Of course, I don't know about in today's game, but I know the old game, a Nox mage was a very, very deadly mage. And I used to run around Feluca with no clothes on, and we're just a robe sometimes, a shield, a couple. Well, no, I didn't have any bandages, just a shield and my spell book, and 20 nightshade. And I'd sit there and run around, find some unsuspecting sucker, act like I'm scared of them, and wait till they get close enough to me and cast my DP on them, because you have to be within 1 square of them, or one I don't know. You have to be fairly close. But then you just cast your poison, because poison just casts so quick. Slam them with it and hope that it was a deadly poison hit. If not, it's going to be a greater poison anyway. So it's going to start, and they're going to start running as they're trying to recuperate and banish the poison. And you just chase them down, hit your poison again, and just keep doing it until it's deadly and until they die. And you didn't have to do anything other than slap them with poison. Most of the time, people panic so much as soon as they see that reeking and writhing in pain, they're like, oh crap. They don't even bother to hit their attack, they just run. So it's probably something that hasn't been done for a while. Of course, everyone frowns upon reds now, so probably very few people want to play that way. There's all kinds of systems in place to kind of make being red not a great thing. It was so funny because one time My first time doing it after spending months, because you have to work your alchemy up to make the poisons, to apply the poisons to stuff. So you make a fisherman, so you get plenty of fish steaks to poison and whatever. Run a macro to poison 500 fish steaks in a sequence. Dumping your deadly poison out of your potion barrels, and you gotta. I mean, it's to make deadly poison. It's expensive. I mean, I used to sell a barrel of deadly poison for I think 60,000 gold. It probably costs 30,000 gold to make that barrel. So when you're working your poisoning skill, when you get to the point where you have to start applying deadly poison, it's quite expensive to get that poisoning skill the rest of the way up. I mean, initially it's not so bad. You can do it fairly simply and fairly quickly. It's just when you get to that deadly poison, it becomes expensive. Plus, your macro is like god awful. Record, put pauses, test it, play with it, get it working, and then boom. Now you're just draining money, hemorrhaging money, yeah, out the yin yang. And so, anyway, my first victim, after months of setting this guy up, because you need other characters too. You can't just go straight to a deadly poison or a Nox mage. But after months of setting this guy up, I mean, it was probably a year and a half because I just didn't have the time to play with it. I was too busy doing other things. But I'd work my poisoning skill here and there, and ooh, I'm gonna get 20 per. Oh, that's nice. I like that. But work it up and get to the point where I could actually do it. And I went out and found some unsuspecting prey, and he was wearing a brand new piece of, or brand new full set of dragon scale armor. Brand spanking new. I mean, I'm sitting there checking out his gear while he's talking to me. And I'm acting like I'm scared of him. Like, oh man, don't kill me, man. I'm a new player. I died. I've lost everything. He's trying to, be polite and help me out. Brand new dragon scale armor just came out in the game. Slap him with deadly poison. He takes like, I mean, he runs for a little bit, but he dies. I loot his dragon scale armor, swap it out to my bank or to a different character. Sit there at the bank and I'm watching everyone selling his dragon scale armor for 60,000 or 50, 60,000 gold. And here comes this same schlup, and I was like, hey, I'll make you a deal. 30,000 gold. I'll sell you this dragon scale armor. He jumped on it and he gave me 30,000 gold and he thanked me. Of course, it was a different character, but I was the same person that killed him and took his dragon scale armor. Which I found very humorous. Then I found out I could make dragon scale armor, and I was like, well, I mean, I could have just made that. Would have been a lot simpler. That's basically all we had was this dragon scale, and he had some sort of a sword. I think it was a sword. It wasn't a great sword. It wasn't anything spectacular. The shield wasn't anything wonderful. And he had a few bandages. He didn't have anything really worth killing him for. But he was my first victim. And it went down wonderfully. I mean, he actually came back and tried to kill me. after I looted all of his stuff, and my heart was racing, and I mean I was pumped, and I was like, oh, no, I gotta get this. I gotta get. Shh. Okay, well, my meditation skill was up. Okay, well, I can go turn in that quest. Oh, okay, it's gonna do this every time I get a. Oh, come on, come on. This hat. Okay, what hat? Continue. Accept. Okay, did I get the hat? All right, so I can drop off this old hat. And lower LRC7. Oh, I like this. Other than that, there's really not much point in it. I mean, as far as for a free quest, though, or for a free hat that you didn't have to do anything for, we'll be okay with that. So after that guy, I think it took me a week to settle down enough to go try it again. I went out, and I mean, I just started laying waste to people. You know, people were so unsuspecting because by that point they'd made trammel, so people were, used to being blue and used to being safe. They'd take their first trip to Feluca, and they would be like, "What the?" They would always be shocked when someone killed them. I was like, yeah, because by that point, most people weren't going around killing people anymore. I mean, you had a few out there, but it just wasn't as prevalent. It wasn't as sought after. It wasn't something that people really cared to put the time and effort into doing. So I killed my people. And, oops, I need some pens. I only need one probably, but we'll buy two, just because. Sometimes you get a bum pen that just doesn't have enough charges to do anything. I had a buddy that, I mean, that was about the time that the faction wars started too. So I'd signed up for a faction and went out and killed people legit that way, I guess. In the name of the faction. But I'd still kill the, blues whenever I'd see them. Because the blues were more unsuspecting than the faction players. Because the faction players were least expecting to be attacked. And most of the faction players, they were bluebies anyway. I mean, they joined this faction and they thought, yeah, I'm gonna make all this silver, I think it was, for the faction currency. They're gonna like, yeah, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna make all this, I'm gonna get all these cool things, and I'm gonna slap them right in the face. So it was all fun for me at least. Maybe not so much for everybody of them. did take the new tool. All right, but it was quite entertaining to say the least. I don't know if this mic's down far enough that I'm not breathing into it or not. But our inscription skill was getting close to being where we want it to be or where we need it to be. And I should probably switch over to lightning. I don't know if I'm at the break-even point for lightning yet or not, but I'm probably getting pretty close. Come on. I can't seem to meditate still. There we go. So, I mean, our poison, let's just look at it. Our lightning is 54%. It's really not enough for me to feel comfortable doing it. I'd like it to be about 60%, but you just don't know how much of the game comes back to you when you play. A lot of it, comes back. It doesn't take a whole lot of time for it to come back. You're playing a little bit and you're going, So, oh yeah, this guy only wants to give me 17. I don't want that. I mean, the guy upstairs would have given me 20, but it's alright. It's only a couple gold. Doesn't really. I mean, if I was going to take the time to worry about a few gold here and there, which maybe I should, because it's, we got 300 left in there, and we're going to put almost 2 grand in there, so that's nice. Oops. Let's go ahead and do this again, because yesterday I screwed up and deposit an item into the bank box. We're going to put that in there. Come on, go in there. Okay, deposit an item into the bank box, didn't I not? Oh, for crying out loud. Are you going to be kidding me? Okay, fine, whatever. I don't care then. I just didn't want to blow through all my reagents, but we're limited on bank space now. Used to be you could just throw stuff into the bank as wherever you wanted it to be. Now you got to worry about space. That guy doesn't have anything to sell me. This guy, no, he don't have anything to sell me. This guy, no, he got nothing. He's got nothing too. Well, that sucks. But I am going to get better gains by doing lightning. So we should probably do that. Come on. Come on, load. Did I not click you? I mean, seriously. Oh, nobody's got anything to sell me. Oh, come on, guys. So we're waiting on. I'm not close enough to buy from him. Let's see, this should be close enough. And who's this? Did I miss one? Seriously? I missed a guy. Okay, so there, I think Mandrake Root. sulfurous ash. So that's increasing the cost by about 3 gold. I think they sell for about 27, so you're still about doubling. You're about doubling, so and we're at 54%. So I mean, it's not horrible. It's just not great either. And of course, I'm not seeing a. There's that little gain. There's another little gain. So with that, that's a full extra percent of making my poisons. And of course, focus isn't something that I'm going to want on the mage in the long run, but it is beneficial to start with because it does increase your mana regen. I think, if I remember correctly. Let's see, focus could determine as a warrior's meditation skill. It increases both players' mana and stamina regen. So I mean, it is beneficial. Okay, so we're going back over here to lightning. And we're now at a 55% chance of that. And we're just going to drop camping. We don't need it. We don't need any more taming. We really don't need fishing on this character, but even though I do love a fisherman. Tracking we don't need, and vet we don't need. Our tool has been worn out, which I was too busy reading other things to worry about it. Alright, thief we don't need. Detect, we're going to need hiding at some point. Lock picking we don't need. Poisoning we do. Remove traps we don't. Snooping we don't. Stealing we don't. And stealth we're going to. Discord, no. Musicianship, peacemaking, and provocation we don't need. Okay, so we're out of skills. So I think yesterday, by the time all was said and done, I'd made. You know what? I don't wonder if this guy will pay 27. Come on. Yes, he will. Alright. Not that it mattered a whole lot. It wasn't that big of a difference, but. You know, it is what it is. And we are just kind of money hungry at the moment. And we're just out of curiosity. Maybe this guy restocked while we were upstairs subscribing away. I didn't think he did. So we'll go back upstairs. Come on. We'll check this guy out over here. Come on. Bye, bye, bye. No, of course not. So that's one of the things that really kind of sucks is that you don't know. Well, might as well just run to the bank and drop the money. It's a way to kill a couple minutes. Oops. teammates up. So now he's going to be asking me what, because he hears me talking. And we're just going to look to see if anyone's restocked while we were at the bank. And no, nobody. Absolutely nobody has anything to sell me. And I'm going to cry now. Because this is the worst part of this, is the whole waiting for them to restock bit. Because I could be making money making scrolls. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and try to figure out how to move what we have. I think 700 is the... Okay, so inscription, we're going to want it moved. Everything else is marked down, right? Morning, Burn. I can't move it into here. And to add a skill, right click on the icon on one of the other tabs. Oh, okay. Right click and add to custom. Okay. So then we're going to just do int, add to custom, meditation, add to custom, major, add to custom. The rest of that we don't need. Thief skills, we're going to do hiding and stealth and poisoning. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm going to have to drop something. Because I want wrestling. Really don't need tactics, I guess. Really don't need the other stuff. Okay. So we're probably have to drop stealth, because it's not like I'm going to need it anyway. As long as I can hide, that should be all that matters. And nobody's refreshed yet. I mean, come on, guys. Come on. We want... Shoot. You gotta be kidding me. I mean, seriously. Is it that hard to, there we go. There's a guy that's refreshed. So, boom, and boom, and then we'll do, we'll drop 20 off this. Oops, too many. Okay. And I should have bought another pen, but it's alright. It'll be fine. So, lightning. I'm just going to make max, because we're not going to make a full 20. unless we start succeeding, we might. We got four left. Two left. Okay. Whoop, make last. There we go. One left. Alright, now we go back to poison, which is an 89% chance of success. So we're going to make money off the poison. And we did make a fair amount of the lightnings. I mean, not quite 50% like the skill would suggest, but it is kind of random, so. So, it is what it is, and that's all it can be. And our mana is actually getting up to a fair amount. Now we can have 82, so our intelligence is going up, which is not a huge surprise, but we do need that intelligence to go up, because as we get into the higher circle spells, we need that higher intelligence. We need that more mana. So plus with the increased meditation skill, increasing the mana regeneration, and then increased success rates, we're going to burn through that mana pretty quickly, and we need mana. Okay, so whatever. Must wait a few moments. Yeah. Don't tell me I need to wait a few minutes. I just need to wait like a second or two. And we're going. Now, don't let the LRC of the hat, lower reagent cost, fool you. That does not work for inscription. It just works for magery. So it is beneficial when you're out casting spells, trying to get your magery up, even though it's a very low percentage. It is still a percentage. Oh, inscription went up by 0.3. Actually, we're getting really close to getting our book. So I'm happy about that. I'm really happy about getting close to getting our book. Because once we get our book, then we can actually do something. Now we do need to get our magery up as well, and your magery, you want to keep it around the same as your inscription, because if you can't cast the spell, then you can't inscribe the spell. So I'm going to need to get magery up by about 20 points. Oops, I don't want to move. So I think once we get our book, we're going to go out and kill some zombies or skeletons or something to get that up. And actually, did I put resisting spells in there? No, I did not. Well, I need resisting spells. Looks like hiding is going to be out of the question. really don't need meditation if I'm just going to cast poison. There's things you can do without, and there's things that you just can't. I only got 18 scrolls left, but we're going to go ahead and do this anyway. Come on, poison. Wait a minute, was that 20? Yes, that is. So we got two more, and we're out of mana. One more, and we're out of mana. Okay, there we go. Cool. So we can see if these guys have anything else to sell me now. Mandrake root, sulfurous ash, and then we only need 60 of these. And then we're going to sell our poisons. Really wish that they would I only need 60. Okay. I'm fatigued. Can't say I didn't see. Oh, shoot. I don't have that bonus. Oh, that's not good. Where are we at here with weight? We're 60 stones over. So if I go slowly, I might be able to make it there. Because I want that bonus. We're going to go ahead and make some poisons. While we work on getting over there. Just because if we do get a gain from poison, it'll help us with the lightning. Plus it'll decrease our weight a little bit. Oh, I'm wore that tool out. Uh-oh. Oh my goodness, I can't walk a straight line. I must be drunk. There we go. Now we're in the sweet spot. Now we can meditate and look at our weight. Our weight is, we've lost a little bit, not a whole lot. It's okay though, because now we're going to work on lightning and we're going to lose a lot of weight. We're at 63% chance of making the lightning scroll, which is a respectable amount. And we're going to lose 8 stones at the bare minimum because these are 1 stone for every 10. That's if we succeed on all 40, which we won't. So we'll lose more than that on the fails. And our inscription skill will probably get up there to where we need it to be because we're at 49.8 right now. So we have gotten to it. So we can go ahead and turn this quest in. No, okay, alright. We just didn't wait long enough. Except, and we got our new book. So we can take this book out. And this book has a few more scrolls in it. So now we don't need to worry about the bonus because we're not getting the bonus anymore. Seriously, I must wait a few moments still? So now I don't have to run back up here to get my bonus. So I can stay downstairs if I can get back down there. But we've already, I mean, our weight's 250, and it's going to continue to drop, so as we both fail and succeed. Are we close enough to him to sell? No, we're not. Come on. Sell. We're going to sell our lightnings, and we're going to sell our poisons. And that drops us to 206, so our weight is fine. Now, we are at a point where we only have 7 left. Oh, well, we need a new pen. And a pen is a stone. We need a new pen. Oh, and of course we got a junk pen. 4. Come on. 3. And we wore out that pen, so 2, 1, 0. Now we're back into the poisons, and I didn't even look to see what our success rate was with that. But we can sell our lightnings, we can sell our poisons, and we can hit accept. Now our weight is well within a manageable level. We're going to run to the bank quick to deposit the gold to drop a little bit of weight. Because that's probably what, 12 stones. It's quite considerable. I mean, not really, but bank. We deposit a currency, and then I want to see how much I have in there. 3 grand. So we're gonna go ahead and make poisons on our way back. Because that is the nice thing about this. I do like this change. like this guy. We're gonna say, okay, we're gonna buy from you. Oh, you don't have anything to sell me. Okay, that's fine. We're gonna buy from you. You don't have anything to sell me. Okay, that's fine. We're gonna buy from you. Oh, look at that. You have exactly what I want. Now we're gonna drop 20 out of this. Because we're gonna try to keep it even here. We're gonna look at poison here, and what's our chances on poison? 94%. I'm gonna try to buy from you, and you're out. I need a new pen, so we're gonna at least buy a pen here. Okay, we're gonna buy two because for some reason I seem to think I need to buy two. So we're gonna go ahead and do lightning. We're gonna go ahead and meditate up first. And this lightning is now 65.8% chance of success. So it's not like it's phenomenal, because it's not. But each gain helps. And it's not so much that it's helping lightning become more profitable at the moment. We're more worried about it helping poisoning become more profitable. Because poisoning, we're still only paying 8 gold per, and we're getting about 19 gold per. So we're gaining 11 gold. And I need to cancel make because we're almost out of resources. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and meditate back up. And we got enough to do 138 poisons. So poisons are our big mainstay still, and we've only got a 95% success rate with those. So while we're waiting for vendors to restock, we have enough that we can make poisons and make a little bit of coin while we're waiting. So now we can go ahead and start selling, and we'll just go ahead and sell and accept. And did that seriously put it in my bank box? Huh. Well, that's cool. Oh, I wore out the pen again. We're still at 95%. We're going to go ahead and buy 2 more pens. And then we're just going to check these other guys to see if they have anything to sell me. Just because we don't want to miss being able to buy some stuff. No, we don't. They don't have anything to sell me. So we're going to look at our weight situation. We're almost close. We can buy about 200 more if we want to be stuck here and not able to move. And of course, so we could look at what scrolls I am missing. here. I am missing reflective armor, I think. Looks like I'm missing reflective armor. So we're going to buy... okay. No, we're going to buy reflective armor. And then it looks like I'm missing agility. So we're going to buy agility. And I think that's it for what this guy has. Oh, stone wall of stone. Wall of stone. And we're going to go ahead and accept that. Now we're going to take these 3 scrolls and we're going to put them into our spell book. Oh, uh-oh. That's already in the spell book. Oh. Reflective armor. Yep, it's already in there too. Uh-oh. Almost. Really? Huh. Maybe it's... oh, okay. Alright, so I didn't need any of those. I should have... oh, I'm sorry, dude. I just wasted some gold. And poison make last. So we're going to sell, and sell. Because I made a mistake and I didn't need them. And then we're going to go ahead and sell our poisons. Because we really don't need them either. So we're going to look to see if there's anything we can buy yet. Because we want to be able to make lightning. Because lightning is going to give us a better gain rate. And it's going to make poison a little more profitable. So no, we don't have anything we can buy down here. And since we're underweight, we can go ahead and run upstairs. And we can check this guy. Because this guy, oh, I thought he would have been ready to go, but he's not. So poison, we're still at a 95% success rate for it. So, you know, we're not really gaining, so to speak. And we still have a chance of fail on poison, which we do not like that. Does trying to buy, no, does not cause me to stop meditating, so we can do this. Come on, buy. We just want someone to sell us some stuff. Oh yeah, I can't buy from myself. That'd be kind of pointless. Although I could set my own. Must be on myself. Buy, no. Okay, well, poison is still a 95% success rate. So I wore out my tool. Time to grab the next tool, go to poison, and maybe you can't gain off of it after it's 5%. Now, you used to be able to, so I don't see why you wouldn't still be able to. Because if you have a chance to fail, then you still have a chance to learn. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe you only gain when you fail, once it gets high enough. Either way, it doesn't matter. Meditate. And that's the problem of the scribe, is to sit there and constantly be looking for more resources. And we can sell those. Oh, wait a minute. Our intelligence looks like it's at 100% or 100. So we're going to go ahead and lock it, because we can have 225 stats. And that's 125. So when that gets to 100, we're at max stat. And I do need hit points. Still at 95%. Success. There we go. We can buy 80 of those. 20, 20, and drop that down to 60. Except now we're looking for more, because we can stand 200 stones. Come on, open up the thing here. Nobody else is able to sell to me at the moment, are they? No. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and meditate. And poison is... Oh, of course it is. Of course it is. Now I gotta wait. Because if I do that, I stop meditating, and, well, I just stop meditating anyway. Because I wanted to show you that. Still a 95% success rate on poison. So, lightning is 66.4. In lightning, we're going to make more gold in the long run than we will on poison, because it sells for higher. I mean, our cost is higher, so our fails hurt. Okay, so we're getting kind of close here to being... Okay, cancel make, because I'm trying not to run out and go into my bag. Okay, 2, 1, done. Okay, now we can go back to poisons, which poison is now a 96% chance. So there's that. And we're gonna go ahead and sell. We're gonna buy. We're gonna try to buy if anyone's able to sell to us. Though I wore out my tool again. Let's go ahead and refresh that so we can... we can start this again. And we're waiting. Okay, we must be lagging pretty bad again. Okay, so I don't know why it's saying Necromancer Spellbook every time I click on anyone. We'll go ahead and make poisons some more. Oops. Yeah, still 96%. I'm not gaining on poisons. I'm not gaining on poison at all. Let's look at our weight here. Our weight is enough that we can run upstairs and check. And I got 2,000 gold on my person. So come on, let's try to buy here. You haven't refreshed yet either. Oh my goodness. Come on, stop moving here. We'll go ahead and drop the money in the bank. But before we do, we're going to go ahead and tell it to make. I really do not like the lag. Okay, so we have 2,000 in the bank and we're depositing 2,200 in the bank. So there is that. Now we are moving again, so we'll go ahead and tell it to make more poisons. And we got 4,000 in the bank now. So that is a huge plus. Of course, I cannot focus my concentration. Come on. Come on. Come on, dude. Oh, how I dislike when it lags. Actually, I think my settings are kind of, streaming online. Basic info. Can I save my basic info? No, it won't let me. Oh well. So I'm waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting, and it seems as though I'm kind of froze. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take a small break. I'm going to go get some coffee and run up to the car quick while we're waiting on this to stop freezing. So we'll be back in maybe 3 minutes. appears as though my screen is still mostly froze because my mana is only at 42. So I guess we didn't miss much because there's not much we can do. But we're going to go ahead and take the time to maybe say good morning to the girlfriend. And yeah, I really don't care. Okay, now make it big again. There we go. Now we're okay, and we're still kind of froze here, and it's kind of annoying because there's really no reason for it to have been froze. It's one of the bad things about Ultima Online is that they do run on older things, of which you would think older things, if they would just upgrade their equipment, that their older things would not take as many resources and it would be a lot easier to run. So what I had 2,000 in the bank, and I added 2,000 to the bank, so that's 4 grand in the bank. It's something. It's not great, but it's something. Resistances are all 5. Damage is 1 to 5. Hit chance increase. Oh no. Damage increase. No. Hey, we're meditating. That button that we hit before we went outside. LRC is 7. Enhanced potions. Slow damage increase. Fast cast recovery. Mana cost. Defenses. Mana regeneration 1. We're still only 57 mana though, so we're still kind of frozen. And is there oh well, I'm gonna have to wait 3 hours for this even. So I'm kind of at a loss as to what to do because I don't know. It says my stream health is good. Looks a little blurry on my screen, but I mean that one doesn't say good. It says I don't know, whatever yellowish orange is. I don't know. Anyway, it looks like we're still right around 50 mana, so it's a server problem. The server is running slow for some reason. It's not a me problem because everything on my end is showing fine. Everything on my end is showing fine. Actually, can I turn the speakers down just a little bit because it is kind of annoying whenever you're talking and you hear the background of something else going on. Like I'll hit meditate button and then I'll be like, oh, I can't hear because now it's going doing in my ear and I'm like, ooh, no. So I don't know if their server's getting ready to crash or what. we'll just look at the stats of this. Okay, so the philosopher's hat that we got for getting our meditation up, uh, mana regeneration 1. Of course, LRC was 7, which is what I was like woohoo about. And resistance is everything's 5 except cold is 9. So I mean that's a nice little chunk there. Looks like I'm kind of glad I didn't go out and start killing stuff, because I would be kind of sitting here wondering if my character was dead or not. So I might just have to stop the live stream, because this just doesn't seem like it's going to clear up anytime soon. Which is kind of sad. Because I have a moment to play and I want to play. I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, checking my main channel out, the one I spend a lot of time on, and it seems as though, I mean, my views are on the way down, but I went through and added end screens and cards the other day to a few videos, and I added thumbnails to almost every video I have, and that caused my views to soar well above where they should have been. I was kind of upset at that, because that also reduces the average view, considering it was tracking my views for me making changes to it, even though it's not, it shouldn't. I mean, if I'm going in there and making changes to a video, it shouldn't be saying, oh, look, this video was watched for 5 seconds. Like, no, don't count that. It's me making a change on the back end of it. It's nothing to do with my average view duration really didn't drop a whole lot. Only about 15 seconds. But it gave me like 100 extra views, because I went, well, actually, probably a little more than that. Probably about 200 extra views, because I went through every video, or at least almost every video I have, and updated the thumbnails. And then went back through, and I don't think it only took the hit for the adding the thumbnail. It didn't take a hit, or I didn't get a view count for putting the end screens and the cards on there. It was just the thumbnails that gave me the view hit, which that was what I was doing the majority of the time, was updating thumbnails for everything, because I wanted to see how that would affect my incoming views. And I mean, it affected it in a much worse way than I wanted, or than anticipated, because it was actually counting the view from me changing my thumbnail. It just upsets me. So the game is still froze, and I am really kind of at a loss as to what to say and what to do, because I can't move forward in the game. And actually, to look at this, it looks like my other channel. The playlist views have increased dramatically, Of course, that might have been me creating the playlists and updating the playlists. No, because I didn't touch that one. I did touch that one slightly. I touched that one slightly. That one I didn't touch, and that one I didn't touch. So the one that I did a lot of work on doesn't seem to have gotten any view time. So I'm going to say that these playlist, this increase in playlist views is not me, which that makes me a little happy. So we're still at 57% mana, or 57 mana, which still is 57%. I mean, it doesn't matter. 57 of 100 is 57%. So I don't know. Should I stop the live stream? Considering the game is just gonna kind of sit here and not do anything. I mean, it's kind of upsetting because I have a couple hours that I can do this, and the game server is not working with me at all. So we'll check our email while we wait. There's them saying, hey, you. Oh, I need to validate my email to the Ultima people. I don't know, do I have to log in? I don't know if I have to log in to do that or not. Oh, we went up to 71% in mana. So it is still talking somewhat. Okay, got through my emails. And I don't know what to do. I don't know if I should end the stream or not, because as soon as I do, the game's going to start working again, and I'm going to just create another stream, which that could give me a chance to actually put the right name in. So we're just going to go ahead and cancel the stream for now. We'll catch back up whenever the server starts responding again. Thanks for watching.